Hi everyone, I thought I would film a quick video before cooking tea tonight and I will show you what I've been up to this week. Now I'm wearing a shirt, all the pineapples today, and it is New Look 6197 and I made VC, and as you can see from this pattern you can do his and hers or sleeveless, but I went with this one here, so with the sleeves, but it doesn't have a collar stand, it's a relaxed collar because it's like a Hawaiian shirt. Now this fabric is brilliant because two reasons why it's, what's my neighbour doing? He's doing something a bit weird. Sorry, I've just spotted something out the window. I just saw like some hands above the fence. Sorry, getting distracted. There's two reasons why I like this fabric. One, because it's covered in pineapples, and two, because it was free. Now this fabric is a cotton lawn fabric and I actually got it free, effectively free. I entered a Instagram competition, a sewing one, last year, and I won my category, and if you want to know what I made to win the prize, I will link it down below. But it was a stormtrooper dress, and as a result I got some gift vouchers for an online fabric shop called Sew Loco. Now if you go online to Sew Loco, the lady there is on maternity leave, so the site isn't working at the moment. So I don't know if you can get this fabric anywhere else, but I've had it in my stash for over a year because I just didn't know what to make with it. And I ordered 2 meters of it. And actually this shirt, I think on the back of the pattern, only needs, for my size, 1 meter, 1.3 meters, as opposed to the 2 meters. So I do have a little bit left over. Now I made a size 12 on the bust, and then I graded out to a 14. The weird, well, I say the weird thing, the awkward thing is that it gives you, it's one of those patterns where if you go to cut, I'm a cutter, not a tracer by the way, so it will have a pattern and it will be, say, size 12 and size 16, and then if you want the 14, that's like a 14 or a 10. So if you want to grade from a 12 to 14, you can't just cut and blend the lines. So I will show you what I did. So I'm sure, oh, and the sun's coming out, it's getting really bright, so hopefully you can still see me. I might be squinting in a minute. Now this is, so this side is the side, the top one. I was really bad and I just stuck them together. So on the back is the 14, and then I just stuck it to the 12. So then I had the 14 went wider on this bit here. It was just added out. I don't know if you can see that in the light, whether that would that works. Also this here is I shortened the bodice by 1 inch, and I do that on everything apart from the Nina Lee Q dress. Funnily enough, but everything I shortened by 1 inch because I'm obviously shortening the body, must be, but I'm 5'3", and that's just something, I just do that now automatically and it works out fine. So that is what I did on this one. I did cut a bigger on the, hang on, let me put that down because that's quite rustly. I did cut larger on the sides. I think I did a 14 on the sleeve because I do carry a bit of extra weight here on my arm, and I know there is like a bicep adjustment or something. I was just lazy and I just cut out 14 on there, but a 12 across here because otherwise the bust would have been too big, and a 12 on the yoke for the back. Yeah, 12. And then I think it was when it got to just below the bust, that's when I then went for the 14, just in case you want to know what size that I've cut. Now I have been organised, I've actually made notes so I can remember what was going on. While I'm talking about this, I will insert footage so you can see what it looks like and get an overall picture. So let's have a look. What else did I write down? This is a really great pattern. I've looked at my notes and it doesn't really say that much other than when it comes to hemming, you have to do that before the buttonholes, and that is mixed, it is tied in with a section for the sleeveless shirt and not the shirt version that I've made. So I've made a pencil mark, just a line on the instructions so I know for next time that I need to follow those instructions and not to ignore them, which I did do. I was just reread it and then realised, oh, that does apply to this version as well. So I did that and then did the button band, but that was one thing. And and there was one thing where it said you had to understitch for these pieces here. So you understitch the facing, but of course which would be fine if it was sitting like that, but because it's an open neck shirt, you could then see the stitching. But when it came to understitching, it was really hard. It's hard to see the shape of it, but it was really hard to get it right up here under the machine. So my understitching stopped here, and then you could see it. So I have unpicked any stitching down to here, so that it's not visible. Now I had quite good success with my patch pocket. I tried the Tilly and the Buttons Rosa shirt with patch pockets, and that was awful, and I unpicked it, and then I had pinprick holes all around where the pocket was. But this time around, can you see where it is? So I have tried to pattern match as best I could. So I'll show you here. So here it goes. So down there, obviously it's sliced off a bit of the pineapple, and at the bottom. But other than that, I think it blends in quite well. And I tried to get it sort of like going across, the pattern going across, so it would blend in, which is quite tricky when you've got this pattern, well, when you've got a pattern where everything's lined up, because you don't want your pocket to be all over on skew width. And the yoke, it says in the instructions to cut in a different direction to the rest of the shirt, but then the pineapples would be sitting like that and not like that. So I ignored what the instructions said and cut it in the same direction as the main front and back of the shirt, so the pattern would run down, and tried to get that. I'll show you. Try to get it so they kind of line up as well. It may not be perfect, but I'm quite happy with it. And I also French seamed the sides, because I do quite like that finish, and you don't see any raw edge or any overlock, and it's just nice and neat and tidy. It doesn't tell you to do that instruction, so that was just more purely my personal preference. And oh well, one more thing. The yoke would be really nice if the yoke was lined, because it's not. So you've got this raw edge going across the back on the inside. So I overlocked it just with a grey overlock, and it is sitting flat and it is really neat, but I don't know, I would like it all enclosed. It would be quite nice, but obviously no one's going to see that, so it's fine. The other thing that I made the other day was from using my other New Look pattern that I got recently, which is 6086. So it's an easy pattern. These are on the half price sale that I got recently, and it was this view here, and I've taken a lot of length out of it. I will just go and get changed now so you can see what that looks like. I don't know how much you can see from where I'm sitting. I have filmed a little bit. It's not terribly exciting, but I do have the Ogden cami, and I'm not that happy with the way that it sits. I don't think it's that flattering on me. I don't like the sort of tentness of it, where it just flies out. So I will just move my chair out of the way. Okay, so this is, where I hold it up, obviously that would be seam allowance there. Oh right, let me stand back. Here we go. So this is how far it should come down, and this is where it does. So, I mean, that's probably like 4 or 5 inches, and I have done my usual and shortened it by an inch in the bodice as well. So when I've measured it, hang on, let me just get my chair. When I've measured this top, I think I can maybe squeeze it out of 1/2 metre, which is a real bonus, and it falls at just the right length. I shortened it because it just looked really long for me, because not being someone who's particularly tall, it just looked a bit out of proportion. The straps are a little bit loose. I am wearing a strapless bra on this with this, and so the back is relatively low. If you're wearing, oh, so the other one's falling down now. If you're wearing a regular bra, then you might want to just raise the back up by 1/2 inch or an inch, just because I think a strapless bra, the fastenings at the back just sit lower down. But I have got plans for this, and I've got some new fabrics. Let me show you. So I placed an order with Minerva Crafts, and I have this one here. This is all to probably make more of these, but now I know that it only takes 1/2 metre, I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste the fabric. Now this one is a peach skin, and it's got a lovely drape to it, and it's by John Caldor, and actually this one is a crepe by John Caldor, and his fabrics, I don't know whether he's classed as a designer, but his fabrics do feel a lot nicer to wear, and they're usually a bit thicker. I don't know, this is a better feel to them. But this one, yes, this one's £12.99, and I've got 3 fabrics to show you, and I bought a metre of each, all with the intention of making this. Now, this one, I couldn't actually see the pattern online until my daughter said the other day, oh, so you've got, I like the sunglasses. I was like, what are you on about? I didn't realise that these are all sunglasses. I just saw it as a distance being, I don't know, short-sighted on my laptop, I couldn't see. But this one is a lightweight crepe, but it's quite smooth and silky to the touch on the front of it. And this is only £2.99. That was a bargain, so like 1 metre of that. And then I've got this silky satin fabric. So it's a navy background, leaf print, and again, nice drape to it. This was £7.99. I've also made a skirt today, but I will show you that in my next video, so this one isn't too long, and I will see you again over there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.